The big focus that we have for you this morning is the latest update as far as the cabinet reshuffle is concerned, which happened yesterday. A total of about 43 ministers took oath, including Jyotiraditya Scindia, Narayan Rane and Sarbanand Sonowal. And later in the evening, in fact, the portfolios were announced as well. And, you know, a lot of changes, in fact, have now happened. New portfolios have been allocated to the ministers. For example, Hardeep Puri, who was the Civil Aviation Minister earlier, has now become the Petroleum Minister and the Urban Development Minister. On the other hand, Jyotiraditya Scindia is the new Civil Aviation Minister. In fact, Home Minister Amit Shah is going to be in charge of this newly created Ministry of Cooperation. Ashwini Vaishnav has been given Ministries of Railways, Communications and Electronics and Information Technology. As far as Kiren Rijiju is concerned, he is going to be the new Minister of Law and Justice. Let's straight away go across to my colleague Mohit Sharma joining us on the broadcast this morning. Mohit, good morning. A lot of interesting changes happened yesterday. Firstly, tell us about the new faces that have come in and the message that Prime Minister Modi is going to send via this mega cabinet reshuffle that happened yesterday.
Well, Hina, the point of order here is that at least 15 new cabinet ministers are going to be seen this time around from today onwards when they finally take charges. Seven of these ministers who've been inducted in the cabinet are who previously held the MOS berth in the cabinet itself. So clearly, the indication was very clear that those who have actually worked are going to get more, and in order to ensure the same, very important ministries have also been given out to some. Let's talk about some of the important ones. Now, a new face like Ashwini Vaishnav has received Railways and Information and Technology. Now, the whole idea behind that is to synergize both of these departments, these ministries. The idea is to make railways also very technically up and at the same time technically savvy as well. At the same time, it should be mentioned here that railways would also get 2 more MOSs. So, on that front, it is very clear that there is absolutely no issue of, anything lagging behind. That front is also being taken care of. Dharmendra Pradhan would be the new Minister of Education. Now, this is something that was being seen very closely as to who exactly will manage to get the Ministry of Education. Dharmendra Pradhan has got that, as well as skill development as well. On the other hand, the latest inductee into the BJP that we can call Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia is going to get civil aviation. He's going to take charge today itself. Hardeep Singh Puri has been once again being promoted. He retains the Urban Development Ministry, but at the same time, he's also managed to get the Petroleum Ministry as well. Purushottam Rupala, another one of the promotees, has now gotten a dairy and fisheries as well. So clearly, the indication was very clear that if you work, you will get more, and you will get you'll get a big promotion as well. Mansukh Mandavia was someone who had worked very diligently, and perhaps that is the reason that he now will hold 2 portfolios. And by 2, I mean since health and chemical and fertilizers will be clubbed together, making it very important. The idea behind that is that since a lot of medicines fall into chemical and fertilizer, it would be better that the health minister itself looks after it. Anurag Thakur taking care of information and broadcasting as well as sports. So once again, a booty out there.
Absolutely. New faces, new ministries. Of course, we are going to see in Modi Cabinet 2.0. But Mohit, one more question before we let you go. There were a lot of heavyweights as well who were dropped, which nobody really expected. For example, Prakash Javadekar name in the list came as a huge shock. Then nobody was expecting even the name of Ravi Shankar Prasad in the list of those who resigned. What do we know about these leaders and, of course, the former Education Minister, former Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan? Why were they asked to resign, and what next for them?
Well, Hina, like it or not, it was made very clear that the kind of criticism that the government of India was receiving on the front of health and education could be very well be the reasons why these ministers were not taken into consideration for reshuffle as well, or giving them any ministries at all. So that could be one issue out there. The kind of criticism that India received on the second wave of COVID could be a major reason over the reshuffle in health specifically. The education sector once again was something that was being looked at very closely. If you remember last year when COVID hit first, we had seen how
Right.
the ministry was running around from pillar to post trying to understand as to what exactly could be the new models of coming out with results, whether it was for 10th class or 12th, and then various examinations had to be stalled as well. So all of those reasons could be could be behind the reshuffle of these two ministries. But specifically talking about Prakash Javadekar and
Right.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, even if you look at yesterday, they were present in the oath-taking ceremony as well. So the message was very clear that the Prime Minister may not actually be very angry with both of them. It is likely that they are going to get some role to play in the organization within the party. So that could be one of the reasons that both of them
Right.
have been asked to get relief
Okay.
of the ministerialship, but could be possible that they are getting new roles in the
Right.
organization.
All right, we'll of course be keeping an eye on that development. Thank you, Mohit, for the moment for joining us with all of your inputs on the story. Listen into these reactions that we've got from the new ministers of Modi cabinet.
अपना दल एक सहयोगी के रूप में जिस प्रकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ मिलकर प्रदेश की जनता की सेवा करता आया है, आगे भी अब मंत्रिपरिषद में भागीदारी के बाद भी हमारी यही कोशिश होगी कि जिस वंचित, पिछड़े, शोषित, दलित, कमजोर समाज के लिए आवाज उठाने का काम अपना दल इतने वर्षों तक करता आया है, हम उसी को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
आशा करता हूं और प्रयास करूंगा कि उनकी आशाओं के अनुरूप खरा उतर सकूं, और संभव प्रयास किए जाएंगे कि मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में देश जिस तरह से दुनिया में एक अपना नया स्थान कायम कर रहा है, उनके नेतृत्व में देश और तरक्की करे। जो भी जिम्मेदारी मिलेगी उसको अच्छी तरह से निभाते हुए प्रयास करेंगे कि जनता की सेवा की जा सके, और भारत जिस तरह से दुनिया में अपनी नई छाप बना रहा है मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, उसमें हम सब लोग और योगदान दे सकें।
मुझे प्रदान की मैं रिजल्ट गहराइयों और मेरी कोशिश है कि हर मेहनत के साथ हर सबके आशाओं पर खड़े उतर पाएं।
सर लंबा इंतजार करना पड़ा।
अब इससे ज़्यादा मैं और कुछ अभी कहने नहीं वाला हूँ। अभी हम लोगों को बहुत मौके मिलेंगे। मैं इतना ही आज कहना चाहता हूँ।
कहा जा रहा है बड़ा विभाग आपको क्या लिखा है, बड़ा मंत्रालय अहम जिम्मेदारी।
देखिए, आप मुझे जानती हो 20 साल से जो भी जिम्मेदारी दी जाती है कार्यकर्ता के रूप में मैं जरूर कार्य करूँगा और हर संभव प्रयास में करूँगा।
माननीय पंतप्रधान मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में केंद्रीय मंत्री बन गया हूँ। उनके मार्गदर्शन से मैं अपने देश में जो जिम्मेदारी देंगे वो मैं अच्छी तरह से संभालूंगा।
I'm grateful to Prime Minister Modi and Amit Bhai and Nadda ji and everybody else who is part of this decision making. Sincerely and heartfelt thanks and gratitude to them for giving me an opportunity to serve the nation better.
And have they told you what?
No. Thank you.
Sir, this is the youngest cabinet which is formed. How do you respond to that, sir?
अच्छा है, प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो विजन है ये उसको रिफ्लेक्ट करता है। हम लोगों को काम करने का मौका मिला। जो हमको जिम्मेदारी दिया जाएगा वो जिम्मेदारी को हम दिल से एक तपस्या करके हम लोगों के लिए काम करते रहेंगे। यही हमारा पार्टी ने हमको सिखाया है और यही प्रधानमंत्री जी का अपेक्षा है हम लोगों से।